but that's it. Usually, until 25, I would say. Or if they're in tip-top genetically kind of like in place, yes, maybe they're up to 30 years old, I would say. But they gotta emotionally be where they are with their energy. They also need to collaborate with that energy. They gotta collaborate their focus, where they're gonna put their hand or how they're gonna jump and all that kind of stuff. There's a script of things that they need to do to get the points. So then, after that comes their whole body playing with the arena that they're in that space and time, to do the jumps, to do the flips, to make sure their hands doesn't slip, make sure that their foot doesn't go the wrong way, all that kind of stuff. Morning. So that's what happens when you collaborate your mind, body, and spirit. In that triangle, at the center of it is your consciousness, your third eye, is a space and time that what I've created, which is called Dreams Come True Coaching. The platform that I created is at the center of that triangle. So it's beyond the third dimension. Like if you put that triangle in a first dimension, 2 dimension, 3 dimension, at the center of that triangle, it is the 4th dimension of consciousness, at the center of that third eye, in a sense. So I'm using this example because people have the energy, but in their life they kind of struggle with focusing that energy. In other words, our mental being is, for example, if our energy is energy of the sun, for example, the magnifying glass is the filter that focuses the sun's energy in order to, with the third platform after that would be the laser, or the lasering that sun's energy with that mental magnifying glass in order to burn the wood. So many times we get out of focus because of this situation and we're lasering all over the place. So you have a chaotic life, or we are not aiming at the right thing because of our nervousness and all that kind of crap that is happening. Not because of our emotions, but being in control of this emotion in just a way of keeping that magnifying glass steady to focus that energy in order to laser beam it into the vision of our dream, for it to transform or realize into here, now, in this moment, reality. And if you do that long enough, it will transform. But we get into this virtual reality that we have created for ourselves, and we keep on, making all these illusions happen in this platform that we have created for ourselves. We're standing on it, we're looking around it, we're dealing with it, we put it in place, we decorate the whole damn thing. And that's our life. And we keep on playing that, and we keep on complaining, how come it doesn't go forward? How come I don't, get the job or make the business or whatever that I wanted to happen and whatever? Or the mates, or there's problems with my kids and all that kind of stuff. So this stuff that I'm telling you, it's not a philosophical idea that, it's not any information involved other than realization. So I'm not telling you this in order for you to memorize something like they do in college when I was taking exams after exams of all the crap that they have put together by science, which is a very valuable thing actually, but after school you gotta go and live. I gave all my books away after all of this schooling to Salvation Army. You should get rid of your libraries already. Read the books and throw them away. Burn it, if you will. But don't store it in the room and keep on, admiring who wrote who and how to this and how to that and the technique for this and why my life is so messed up. This is nothing to glamorize. You have to, after all the schooling, reading, hearing, all of that, now you got to step into the unknown. Go to the jungle, see if you can survive. And like they say, if it doesn't kill me, it makes me stronger. So yes, in my own life, I had this first department I had a lot of, ideas that everyone said, I'm daydreaming all the time. And then the second department, in my life, I went and did all the stuff that I did in, all the reading and hearing and schooling and training and all that kind of stuff. And then I gave it all away, and now at the third department in my life, what I'm doing now is to really live it in a way that all that first platform of ideas, the second platform, in addition to that, like a layer of the onion, the second is that yes, I did got all the software in place, and along the sides of that, yes, it was a kind of a instructional and all that kind of stuff. But now in the third department, the platform that I've created with the Dreams Come True coaching is a flat platform that you come into this portal, you listen, you see, and you play your life. So control, in matter of fact, is that we come to this world as energy. All our body is made up of molecules and atoms and neutron and all that kind of stuff. And then those are the particles of energy. After that, there's a whole gamut of, yes, there is skin and bones and all kind of complicated neurons and all of that kind of stuff. And then after that, another layer is our life. But the whole point of the problem is the second department. All these complicated neurons and thoughts and, decisions and activities that is going on in our life spontaneously, no matter how much control we have over it. Many times the problem is that we are not handling it right because we are not focused enough. In other words, we are not that we have to force ourselves to focus, but we are not focused enough in a matter of fact that we are not wearing it. We are not wearing this focus. In other words, if you're wearing a focus, then what happens is that as you do things like you go to sleep, you eat, you take a shower and all that kind of crap, the next thing comes that you have to be on time. You work, you create, you plan, you do many things that in this package you must wear all this focus that basically it would orchestrate itself. In other words, again, you're wearing this focus that everything is happening spontaneously still, even though you're, keeping up with your time and, what time you go to sleep, what time you get up, and all that kind of stuff. You still playing it spontaneously. And you know what happens when you don't play it spontaneously in orchestration or in harmony is that things is like is like they're on a shaky ground, or some kind of an earthquake happens and the like house of cards start falling, and then people say, how come this is around, this is around, or that happened, or this tragedy came, or that went, or this came, or whatever, because you haven't learned to control your powers, your energy, your temperament, your frequency. Because, the master knows how to create earthquake while he is unshaken. Or if he's part of his own earthquake, he rides it. But people who haven't mastered their powers and their frequencies and energies and what they are, usually as soon as something happens, everything falls apart. And instead of actually become more orchestrated in a way that, when the Beethoven orchestra goes forward, it may like everything exploded, but still playing all together at once. It's like when in the villages they air the crops, or get the beans, they shake them up and whatever to get rid of the little stones in there when they're cleaning their